So, solutions to the homework from Monday. Okay, so we start with these ones, which were similar to the ones we did the other night for homework. So 5m times m squared minus 2m minus 1 minus 4m times m squared minus 2m minus 1. Skinnier than that, so we're going to take the 5m and we're going to distribute it across this first bracket, and then we're going to take the minus 4m and we're going to distribute it across this bracket. Okay, so first multiplication, I have an invisible 1 there. So 5 times 1 is 5, and then I have 1m here and 2 here, making 3 in total, so m cubed. The 5 has no sign, which means it's a plus. So my second multiplication is a plus with a minus, different signs mean minus. Numbers, 5 times 2 is 10, and then the 5 has an m and the 2 has an m, so that's 2 m's, which is m squared. And the last multiplication in this bracket is a plus and a minus, which is a minus. 5 by 1 is 5, and there's an m with the 5 and no letter with the 1, so it's just an m. So that's the yellow bracket done. So we move on here. This m is a plus, and it also has an invisible 1. So minus and plus, different signs, give me a minus. 4 times 1 is 4. An m here and 2 m's here make 3 m's, which is m cubed. Second multiplication is 2 minuses, same signs, give me a plus. 4 times 2 is 8, and 2 m's is m squared. Then we have 2 minuses, again, same sign, give me a plus. 4 by 1 is 4, and only the 4 has a letter, so it's just m. Okay, so now we're looking at the same families. So we have an m cubed, and we have another m cubed, so they're the same family. We have an m squared and another m squared, so they're the same family. And then we have an m and an m, so they're the same family. So there were a few questions about the families. So the way you identify the families is only about the letter. Okay, so whether it is a plus or a minus or anything like that, it makes no difference. You're looking at the letter. So here we have an m cubed, so this is different because it's not an m cubed. This is different. This is the same. Okay, well, I'm not even looking at the minus 4. I don't care about the minus 4. When you're matching up families, all you look at is the letters. But you have to make sure if they're powers like these ones, that the powers match. Okay, so you are looking at these numbers, but the numbers in front and whether they're plus or minuses make no difference. Okay, so I have a 5 and a minus 4, so 5 minus 4 is 1, and that's the total for the m cubed family. The m squared family, which I have in green, is minus 10 and plus 8, so that's minus 2 for the m squared family. And then minus 5 and plus 4 is minus 1 for the m family. And we're done. So just writing out the next question, minus 4x times x squared minus x minus 2. Okay, so I'll just pair them up again. So 4x will distribute on this bracket, and minus 4x will distribute on that bracket. Okay, so 4 by 2 is 8, and here's 1x, here's 2 x's, making a total of 3 x's, so x cubed. This is plus, so plus and minus are different signs, meaning minus. 4 times 2 is 8, and then I have an x here and an x here, which makes an x squared, 2 of them. Last multiplication is a plus and a plus, so when the signs are the same, the answer is plus. 4 times 2 is 8. This has an x, this has nothing, so overall just x. That's the yellow bracket done, so we move on over here to the pink bracket. So this is a positive, and there's also an invisible 1. Alright, so minus and plus, different signs, give me a minus. 4 by 1 is 4. I have an x here, and I have 2 x's here, which makes a total of 3. The second multiplication, so 2 minuses, same sign, means plus. I have an invisible 1. So when I'm doing my numbers, I get 4 times 1 is 4. And then I have the x here and an x here, meaning I have 2 x's, so x squared. And the last multiplication, 2 minuses, so same signs give me plus. 4 times 2 is 8, and then just x. Alright, so we will do our families. So similar thing to the last one. Cubed, x cubed family, and the x squared family, and then the x family. Okay, so the cubes, I have an 8 minus 4, which is 4 for the x cubes. I have a minus 8 plus 4, which is minus 4 for the squared family. And then for the x's, I have an 8 and an 8, which is 16 for the x family. Okay, so that's expanding brackets 2 done. So here is expanding brackets 3. Okay. So this is the one where you split the first and multiply by the second. Okay, so for A, I have 4x plus 6 times 2x minus 3. So I am going to take this and put it over here. And I'm going to take this and put it over here. So I'm going to split up that first bracket. So the 4x goes over here and the plus 6 goes there. After each of them, I'm going to put the second bracket. So I'm going to put 2x minus 3 there, and I'm going to put 2x minus 3 there. Okay, and then we're literally back to where we were a minute ago. So I take this and I distribute it across here. So 4 times 2 is 8, x, so 2 x's is x squared. This is a plus and this is a minus, so plus by minus is different signs, which gives me a minus. 4 times 3 is 12, and then I have an x. The second multiplication then, I'm taking this and I'm distributing across the bracket. So this is a plus, so signs are the same, gives me a plus. 6 by 2 is 12, and there's no x or no letter here with the 6, but there is one with the 2. And then plus and a minus, different signs, give me a minus. 6 times 3, 6 3s are 18, and there's no letters. Families then. So the 8x squared is all by its own. The x's, there's 2 of them. And the minus 18 has no letters, so it's constant, and there's no other constant, so it's on its own. So the 8x squared stays just where it is. Now here, I saw a couple of mistakes. So what you're doing here is you're adding, okay? So minus 12 plus 12, when you add them, minus 12 plus 12 is 0, okay? And then minus 18. Now, you wouldn't do 0x because if you remember, these are multiplied, and 0 multiplied by anything is just 0. So the answer to this is 8x squared minus 18. So I saw a couple of you making a mistake on that the other day. So the very last one, I'm just going to snip it here and bring it down.